Oh, hello. Are we live? The age-old question. Hey, there we go. So yeah, we got something a bit different today, which I'll type out here. I'll say it as I'm typing it. In fact, oh my fucking god. uh, Hello. Hey, man. Yeah, good. I've just got like music blaring and I can't hear what you're saying. Sorry. Um, Say something cool. I'm gonna have to turn down the. All right, test, test. One more time for good luck. I think it might be. Have you got the like share using audio blah 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 on Zoom? Is your little microphone going up and down on the Zoom? Unmute my speaker. Hang on, I think it's me. Classic. We're live, but no one's watching. Okay, all right. So my Zoom's working. Um, on your in your Zoom session, you see a little microphone down the bottom with the um, little carrot? So if you hit the little carrot up, when you talk, are you seeing the green go up and down? You look good. Your visuals, your camera feed looks good. Nah, I can't hear. Give me a call on the mobile so we can talk. So it's less. Hey, hey, okay, I hear something. Hang on. The old chestnut. I also had you very low. Hang on, how do I turn this off? Can you hear? Yeah, you probably can't hear my blasting music
No, I can't hear anything from you except for your voice.
except for my beautiful voice. Well, I'll fade the music out wherever it is. I go onto the stock library and I just play the samples,
Oh yeah.
which doesn't actually. Well, I'm doing it the dumbest way possible. Look at this guy just staring off into the distance. All right, so I'm going to do an intro by writing a tweet. Doing something a bit different today. Do you mind if I tag you, or is that too
Tag
embarrassing?
in. Absolutely, might bring a few in.
If it does, my experience is that something about my personality will send them right back out. So I don't know.
Well, let's see how we go.
Doing something a bit different today. Onboarding at Steve, not Steve Martin. What's the
Steve Mills.
Mills? Here we go. Onboarding Steve Mills on using Nova with custom instructions to create different profiles for image and video gen concepts.
That's it, basically.
Come hang on YouTube and master GPT. I had this a guy I work with was just like, what are all your titles? They don't make any sense at all. And so he was like, you need to use keywords that are like correct or like.
Yeah.
So I thought,
No.
yeah. So I thought mastering GPT as like, because it's really like Nova's like a GPT editor, right? So
I
it's
think the idea
It's not just some.
I don't want to say LLM or anything. GPT is what people know it as.
Yeah, well, I'm just like, it's Nova. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know what Nova is? Okay, so let me hit go on that. We'll just zoom in here. All right, so tell me what you want to do. Oh, so anyway, everybody, welcome. Everybody.
Just first.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Sam and Nova show with the Mastering GPT, the new Mastering GPT segment that everyone's been clamoring for. We have with us today Steve Mills, who is doing some crazy shit with video generation. I've been watching his stuff over the past, I don't know, since I guess I've been following you and just seeing the development in what you can get out of those video generators is pretty startling actually. So welcome, Steve. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Thanks, Sam. Yeah, so Steve Mills. I've been mucking around with this stuff for about 4 or 5 years, really. But working with the new models the past 6 months or so. I do digital marketing is really my day-to-day job. I've got a digital marketing agency, so I do bits and pieces with this and a lot of chat GPT stuff as well. Been using like GPT style things and LLMs for 2 or 3 years in that business, which has been good. So just really my point of view is to just experiment with these tools. I can see they're really in their infancy with the video and image generation, like Midjourney and stuff's fantastic. But there's a massive amount of untapped potential there, and especially when you start hooking things like ChatGPT up with these image and video generating engines, which hasn't really been done that much yet. There's huge potential there. Yeah, here's some of the videos I'm working on. That's text to video prompting. That's just putting text into Runway. Now we can do image to video prompting, which gives you a little bit more fidelity. But it's all experiments. People really haven't figured a lot of this out. Really, they do impressive things. You can get like really impressive little like demos and use cases, and I'm not saying cherry picking, but you can get some really impressive stuff if you're just playing with it. Trying to apply it more to more commercial things is a little bit harder, and people are finding that, I think, at the moment. Like to get it to do a specific thing on a specific brief, a lot trickier. But that's what I'm exploring. But really, yeah, like for the application, say for something like Sam, you're doing with Nova, is I'm looking and exploring currently how these systems or how LLMs can be used to keep like game states or story states to then basically use the video or the image generators as a front end basically for a game, really, or for using narrative and game as a way of generating series of images which can then be turned into videos. It sounds like, oh yeah, that's a good idea, but I've actually been doing this with ChatGPT manually. So going through developing a system that works, creating a templated set of prompts which can actually run a game basically, and prompt it so when it does something to spit out an image prompt or a video prompt, which then when you push back to Midjourney, actually makes an image which matches your game state. You can see what the character's seeing. It's fuzzy, if it's on a level better than an indie game, it's an immersive experience. Of a way, it's a different type of storytelling.
Yeah, I've thought about that. It's probably what I guess drew me to the medium because I see it more as a medium, like as opposed to a tool to an old medium. I think if you're using it to
absolutely.
like make your posts or write your books, like sure, whatever. But like
Yeah,
the actual interacting with the model itself is the medium where you're writing a story or the bones of it or the shape of it or the guidance towards it and then configuring a model to like experience the story and then obviously that would connect with the way assets are generating and it's that interacting with the model and the configuration you've done is the experience basically. So I think it's really
that's
interesting.
right. Yeah, it's actually a whole new type of medium, and I think it's or media. It's going to take people a long time, I think, to get their head around that. This is actually, a bit like making a film. It's a lot like playing a role playing game. The story talks back to you. You can talk to it. You can determine also, like a role playing game, how consistent the rules are. Do you want to keep the strict rules? Do you want to change it? If you get bored of it, you can change the way it goes. yeah, it's a bit of everything. You know, it's not one specific type of media that we've previously had. It's a whole new thing. And the more you interact with it, the more you can see the potential of it, of using it in that way. It's super fun. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, that I actually like. I've done a bit of stuff with like the text generating images for a. I can't talk to. Well, I could because no one's watching, but I won't
Not
out of
watching.
honor and respect.
Yeah.
But actually, you know what? I was literally working on it for like 16 hours on the stream yesterday, so I can probably do it.
Share what you've done there. All right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not yesterday, last week. You know what I mean. But like basically, it takes uh, the transcript from the video that I've got this funny video. I'll show. It's something like. So it takes a transcript from the video, which in this instance is like I've done like a 1 minute like fake Instagram influencer video
Yep.
where I'm just saying whatever, and then it generates images based on the transcript to like make a new video, and you know that's the idea, and that's like the image generation is actually placeholder for what we're going to do, which is use stock, and it's more about like documentary stuff or whatever. But
Okay. Yeah.
the process of having the image generator interpreting, well, having an AI interpret what I'm saying and then be generating images as a response, it became its own really fun little experience where I was just like saying whatever, like, and
Yeah.
then just waiting to see what the AI would, how it would interpret it. Essentially,
Yeah. Right.
yeah. So it's like you don't expect that kind of um, uh, like like if you can see here, it's got the prompt there. It's pretty small there. Like you can't really read it. But we'll see the video in a second anyway.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. And what were you pushing that into? What video generator were you pushing it into? Oh,
Oh,
you're
okay.
getting you're playing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm actually like editing the video, and this is like the underlying. This is in Nova. Like the underlying tool chain is one of them is the ability to like cut and edit videos, and it's
Mm-hmm.
just basically creating a JSON schema of the video structure. So
Yep.
it's just working with JSON, and then it splices the videos in. It splices the. It just gets B-roll images for now, like
Yep.
to because it's just like that was easy, and it splices them in on the timeline. So it's just using its own like FFmpeg library in the
Yeah.
background,
Right. Yeah.
basically.
Take out a bit with an MPEG. Find what transcribe it. Find something that matches. Put it back in there. Cut it back together. Sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just like that because I was like, my friend was like, "Oh, hey, would it be able to take a transcript and suggest B-roll?" And I was like, "I'm pretty sure it could make the whole video." Like, so the
Mm.
focus is more on the journal, like podcasting side or whatever. But that actual like me talking to the computer and then the computer like interpreting what I said.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. The people will. An Instagram
I can't. No, I can't hear. That's all right. I can see
influencer.
what's happening though. Yeah.
I was at the pyramids. I saw the pyramids and I thought, that's interesting. Then they opened up and an egg elevated from the. Oh, I just remembered there's a bug.
That's all right.
But you.
I saw it do it a couple of times.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
It's the way I was transcripting. I improved it, but in the process broke it completely. The elk chestnut.
That's right. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, there's all these sort of gamey kind of element to it. Is it's fun to create this way. It's fun to see the interplay backwards and forwards between what you're doing and what comes out. It's really cool. So yeah. So for anyway for this, what for Nova, what I'd like to do is
Yep.
to instead of going back to my 2 or 3 documents and using Chat GPT code interpreter, say import these text files in, which is basically my game state, my rules. Like my it's like an RPG. So my skill system, how the combat works, what the encounter system is.
Yep.
Basically, I can import all them, and it consistently makes the same game every time. It's amazing. It's like a modern sort of horror Call of Cthulhu sort of thing. But I can do it for fantasy games as well. It does the whole lot. So
Shit.
instead of that,
Okay.
if you were to
Yep.
have the Nova system, which is cartridges, which I've played with before, to basically say this is the underlying game state, then off you go every time.
Yeah. Okay. So I think two parts to that is that the ability to like store and associate like files with a session. Nova has that, and then the the thing that I'm going to add soon is like right now, instead of having to like keep a track or write like overwrite the last one or whatever, it's like it can target that value, if you know what I mean. Like it could say, oh, health is, and target that directly, like which it doesn't have yet. But for now,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I think
that's cool.
you
Yeah,
could
and even
prototype
even
it.
for this, like I don't mind if it's a fresh game every time. Like you get a session, you play the game, it makes the images, which is fantastic. But then if you come back next time, it can be a fresh. It can be like a reset on the game. But basically, when you load up a new session in Nova, it just pulls in like here's the game rules, here's what the encounters, random encounter cards are, here's how combat works, and it grabs all that, and then just it starts, it generates a character when you start, and off you go.
Let's give it a crack. So I
Yeah, that's
reckon,
it. Yeah.
like yeah, there might be some gaps that GPT does do better. So we'll
Right.
just
Okay. That'd be interesting to see. Yeah.
we'll see, because well, we'll see, like because it's like I'm uh focusing on refining and getting right some parts, and then there might be some I haven't connected the dots in the way that Code Interpreter does or whatever. Um, but
Yeah.
but on the other hand, it might be that it's actually already baked in to the system perfectly, and it doesn't need like a code interpreter. So we'll see. It's
Mm.
like pretty intense actually. Like you could technically load in like if it's based on like D&D campaign rules or Call of Cthulhu, you could embed the rule book, and then it
That's
can query
yeah.
the
I
rule
was thinking
book.
that's possible. Currently, I
Yeah.
haven't done that. There's completely new rules, but you can make this a multimodal system where you could say now grab those rules or grab this campaign guide and add it in
Hmm.
with something like Nova. I don't know what the power Nova has currently,
Yep.
but theoretically in the future you could say now read this book and apply this scenario to this rule system.
It
Off you go. Like
it can pretty much do that. We'll see, unless it fucks up.
yeah,
Okay, so let's go to. So I'll get you to what I was thinking is if you want to share your screen, and I'll share that screen so we can all be looking at the same thing.
okay. Give me a
Um,
second. Let me just set up.
and then we can clear all the decks, and I'll give you some more credit. Oh yeah, no, I can give you some more credits. I'm not because
Oh, that's okay.
uh, it's what am I saying? I feel like the first lot was used on a very in beta. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I'm happy to sort that out. All right, so share screen. I'm in ChatGPT at the moment. Wait a second. Go back to Zoom.
I don't want to
Oh,
see.
I can't. You've disabled it. Wait a
Oh,
second.
okay. All right. Hang on. Advanced share options. Who can share? All participants. Okay, there we go. Give that a go.
Okay. Okay. How's that? So that is a chat.
Yeah, sick.
That's my browser window.
I hate seeing ChatGPT. It makes me furious. No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
So yeah,
kidding.
that's right. So that's where I am now. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want to go from there? Do you want to go
Okay,
Nova
cool.
or?
Well, yeah, let's go to Nova. And like we'll use this as like I think basically I'm going to show you how to make a loadout, which is like an agent configuration, right?
Okay. Awesome.
And then the settings there, like what that means. So yeah, sign up, sign in should work.
Sign in. Yep. I've got an
Clean
account.
slate.
Something like
Sign up, sign in, clean slate, and then custom prompt is just like,
that. All right. So
um,
here's what we had. I've had
yeah,
last
cool.
time. So okay. So I go.
Okay, so what I would do is go, let's start a fresh loadout.
Yeah.
So if we go over there, uh, okay, so I think
Can I kill an old one? Yeah.
no, don't do that. Because I actually turned off the delete button, not as a dark pattern, but because it was like a proper delete, not a soft delete, and
Right.
I forgot, and then I deleted a loadout, and I was just like fucking
Oh,
KMS.
okay. Kill the whole thing. Yeah.
But if you little screen hack, if you hit the subscribe button, it still adds a loadout anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just like a bug. So if you hit that little lock, that's
Yeah. The
like
lock.
don't
Yep.
click me. If you
Yep.
click it, now just click on that screen, like click just anywhere, like on the not on the number, sorry.
Oh,
Now
no,
now
I don't
just
think I clicked on them.
oh
So
yeah, like
just
just
click
there.
anywhere. Yeah. Okay. I clicked
Now
somewhere.
now refresh the page,
Okay.
and I think you'll just get an extra loadout. Yeah, go scroll
Let's
over.
have a look.
Oh no.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, let's what do we do? Are there any of these you don't need?
Yeah. I don't need any of them really. This SEO work on that can go. That was just testing a few months ago.
Yeah. Let's let's just go into that one because yeah, you can't delete them at the moment, but we'll just change. So to change the title, oh, you know how to change the title. Uh, so you
That was
just
where.
click on SEO work, double click there.
Oh yeah, we go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
So I'll
uh,
make this like game systems or that.
yeah. So this is like the loadout is like the term came from like the RPG kind of like or like Counter Strike. You know, your loadout, like what
Yeah.
configurations you have and stuff like that. But it also has kind of become like a workspace or almost like a Slack channel or something where it's
Yeah.
like it just as an on a system level, it's like an identifier for conversations and prompts and stuff like that. So uh, what I would suggest is let's clear these prompts. So the way you do that is you hit the tiny little yeah. So if you go over, there's like a tiny little down arrow, second from the right.
Yeah. That one. Yeah.
Oh no no. So that folds it out. So over on the other side, like yeah. So it's like next to the speaker.
Oh, that one. Yep.
Yeah.
Ah, remove. There we go.
Yeah
So
yeah.
which one do I remove?
Let's just remove more. Like get a clean slate.
Right, kill everything. Yeah. Okay.
Um, and yeah,
Done.
just massive qualifier that this is still. I'm gonna call it beta.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So
Yeah. If anyone's watching
um,
along, yeah.
now, okay, so let's make our first custom instruction. So
Yep.
this is what will be the way that it works is these are prompts, right? And then the system like prioritizes these, puts them at the top, and it inserts it on the system level. So it actually distinguishes between this and like another type of file, basically, which we'll be able to see how the prompt gets
Okay.
constructed
Yep.
later. So yeah, just go hit the plus, and then you have to the scroll bar is covering the button, so you hit the
Yeah.
plus, and then yeah, hit that, hit
That.
that,
Okay.
yeah.
Yep.
And oh, hang on, I think you might have.
Oh,
Oh,
here
there
we
we go,
go.
there
No,
we go.
it's
Yep,
like
yep, cool.
something's happened. Yep. Okay.
Now, double click and give it where it says new prompt,
Yep.
and let's give it a title. Um,
Oh yeah. Okay.
yeah.
So what? Initial instructions or something?
Yeah, whatever. It's like it gets interpreted like a title in the screen. Oh yeah, that's how you big screen it.
No. Yep.
Um, uh, yeah.
Well,
Oh, and
where'd
then
that
hit
go?
delete, like backspace, sorry, because it's like it's gone down
Oh,
to
it
the
goes
next
down.
line.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
there we go.
Remove it.
Now
I'll
double
go
click
there.
where those three dots are. Um, now you
Oh
have to
yeah.
make sure not to delete the three dots
Okay.
um, before you put other stuff in, or it like blanks out that section. It's just a bug.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So what should I put in there?
Oh, so this is like, okay, so if you're like, okay, so the way I think about it is this is usually me framing up, and this is totally up to you, but this is like me framing up to the AI, like who they are and what their goal is, if you know what I mean. So it's sort of
Oh,
like,
okay. Right.
okay, you are the Game Master Joe, like you
Hmm.
love to, don't write that, but you know what I mean, like,
No. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go back to my one over here.
yeah, yeah, so let's
System.
pull it from the, like, you can basically pull it from this,
So
I
I
think.
basically don't do that in this. I just say we're gonna play a game.
Oh yeah, yeah, put that in. Basically, like that's the thing is that's just like I'm pretty
So
romantic. Let's just put all that in. Let's see what happens.
all right, all that, but it's gonna ask for a file there, which I'm gonna take that out because we're not ready for that yet.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, we'll be able to
I'll take that bit out. I'll
well,
just.
what I would okay, let's actually go through it chunk by chunk. Like if you
All right. I'm gonna see.
take me
Oh, we
through
can
it.
do it
Yeah,
bit by
yeah.
bit. So basically, what I say is we're gonna play a game. Start by creating a character. There's no character classes. There's a skill system. These are the initial game mechanics, and tells it the sort of things. What are the attributes? Needs a name. Needs a backstory, which Chat GPT goes and creates if you ask it. Here's how the health system works. Here's how skill system works. These are the skill types. I've got a list of 100 skills which ChatGPT made and I've refined. So I'm loading in some additional text files.
Yep.
And then here's how the basic gameplay works. Here's some game mechanics. Here's a research game mechanic. Here's a professional help. So as I played the game a few times, I've said now suggest some game mechanics for this section. And if they've worked, then I've sort of codified them, whacked them here, and then tried them again next time. And actually, you can call these game mechanics in ChatGPT and they work.
Yeah. Okay. So at the
And then at
moment,
the end, there's this other thing
oh
that
yeah, go on.
says you can make an AI image prompt. Anytime I ask for an AI image prompt, give me an AI image prompt.
Cool.
and
Okay.
that works too. So
Yeah.
all this works in ChatGPT. If I just grab all that whole chunk, it makes a game basically like
So
that.
when you put this in, like, I guess we'll see, like, because that's a lot of characters.
Mm.
How much does that affect the context?
Um, well, it all works. Yeah, it for that much there, it's coherent. It will coherently use all of
Yeah.
those rules. You can call
D
them all. It doesn't lose any of that
does it run out of
context.
like memory, if you know what I mean?
No, it works pretty well.
Like,
Yeah, no, it takes that whole window. It's not a massive yes. Like code interpret, I don't know if it's got a bigger window than standard, but
no, no, okay,
yeah,
I
I
see, I
was, I
see.
was I was surprised as well. But yeah, it takes it all in.
So it's interpreting it via code interpreter. Well, let's okay. You know what? Like, let's break it down the way that like can
Yeah,
imagine the
okay,
system using it. So let's start with just like the current build,
yeah,
and go everything up to there is a skill system with hundreds of skills.
take that.
Yep.
Okay.
And then so when it's code interpreter, you're talking to it, and is it using code interpreter to read this basically?
No, it just goes in, but I do use the code interpreter because you can insert text files.
Yeah, and the text files that are getting inserted, are they're different to this?
They're different to this, so
Okay,
it's
cool. Yeah, sick.
like a skill system. Like this here's just a skill system.
Mm.
Yeah, it just takes that in.
Cool.
Then it's
This is cool.
codified as the
This is
game
awesome.
too.
This is awesome, by the way, man. Okay, let's give it a crack. Like this is like let's see. So let's start with the just the first one. So jump back to Nova.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, where are we? Down there. Up there.
This is sick, by the way. I'm pumped. So I'd imagine doing something like this, but I'm like my brain is actually fried from making the code, and so I can't think of
Making
anything
this work. Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I'm just like I don't know, do something.
This is my side project after making all the videos and doing all my other stuff. So
So fastest, quickest way: Control A and then Control V.
to copy
Yeah, yeah, like
everything back here. But you
yeah,
only want like this bit though.
yeah, yeah. Basically, like if you imagine each cartridge is like a chunk that you can then turn on and off.
Oh, okay.
And
Right.
well, one of
So
the
that much.
yeah, yeah. So one of the design patterns of this is that you can break these into chunks that do different things, and then
Yeah.
on different loadouts, you can use different parts of the prompt, right?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
have a mix and match system. And I don't want this set of rules in this game, so I'll only call these cartridges.
Yeah, exactly. And then
Yeah.
lets you like prototype like, oh, okay, this one's working really well, but I'm not sure about this bit. So you can like with that little speaker on the right is you can mute the cartridge. And so
Right,
that
so it
means
takes
that,
it out of play, does it? For everything?
yeah, without like removing it completely, like it's still there for
Nice.
convenience,
Okay.
basically. Okay, so now you can delete those three dots.
Okay. So once something in, you can get rid of the dots.
Yeah. And then this is like its own Call of Cthulhu horror meta experience trying to make things.
That's right. It's got a whole other,
So
whole other little horror on top. Yeah.
we'll keep our own like insanity level, hopefully
Yeah.
below
Try to keep it low.
whatever. Okay, so now if you hit that little like cross, yeah,
That
that
one?
one it'll minimize it again. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Okay, so what I'm gonna get you to do is click. Sorry about the little bar, by the way. It's just I just haven't I've been fucked fixing
That's
it.
all right.
Is if you hover up the top, there's a pin. It's the far
Oh,
most
that one
left.
there,
Yeah, so
yep.
hit that one. Yep. So this is a new feature that I added this week, actually, and I'm obsessed with. I love it. So now, but we're also gonna have to do one more thing, which is zoom out a lot.
What, like to actually zoom the screen
Yeah,
out
I'm sorry.
so you can see something? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Now click on the game system tab up the again. There, yeah. Okay, yep.
Yep.
Left click and then zoom out much more. Oh, okay.
Well, that's
Yeah,
getting
yeah, okay, yeah, sweet. So far right icon there is
that one?
clean slate. Yep. So left click that. Yeah, it doesn't show it. It's annoying.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
now what that means is that whenever you start a new conversation, it starts with only the cartridges you've pinned. So when you start a new
Okay,
instance,
right,
it'll
yes.
have the ones you've pinned.
That makes sense.
And then those other settings there is like if you like but let's not worry about them. Clean slate. But basically like you should be able to share the link with people and then they can have their conversations with the clean slate, rah rah rah, whatever.
Right.
So that is I think that's where I was like, oh sweet, Steve will love this because it's like you can start fresh but with some of the stuff
Yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted. Yeah, that's
Yeah, cool.
fantastic.
Okay, now zoom back in. Sorry about the.
All right, that's okay.
One thing that I've actually turned off is that function of like the memory across conversations. Like that was like one of the main ideas, but was just like making it dumber. It's too and
It's yeah, okay. So now you can sort of wipe the slate clean, but this is like the initial starting conditions.
yeah,
It can be
yeah,
multiple cartridges. Yeah, that makes more sense than having it. Yeah,
but it couldn't
remember
pull.
3 conversations ago and then confuse
What it
that with
can
what you're
do
talking
though, and will do, is if you give it a like a document to write to, and then you pin that document, it'll keep that document between the sessions. So, like,
Oh, okay. So you can set that as memory, basically.
yeah, yeah, like
Yeah,
I just had that idea then actually. But
yeah,
like
that's a good idea.
my backend system is like, we'll probably have to do the Zoom again. That's all right. How much time have you got, by the way? Because I'll just try
I've
and.
probably got another 15, 20 minutes, I
Okay,
reckon.
cool, cool, cool. Okay, so let's just power through it. Okay, let's just get the next one. Actually, first, let's go. Okay, go plus down the bottom, and then
That one?
yep, and then let's add a system cartridge, which is the cog in the middle.
Yep.
Yep. So this lets you do a few things. So scroll down. Um, that's the system starter. Just delete that. It's in the top. Yeah. Basically, that's like, and it adds that to the prompt on the first chat.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and
Yep.
then emphasize if you put something there, it adds that at the end of the prompt and the end of the current chat dialogue. So it's like if you really want it
Okay.
to do something, you stick it there. Basically, it's like my little "don't fuck this up" box.
And that'll go at the end of everything, every
Yeah, and
interaction.
so even though what the users said most recently, so it's like
Okay.
it's just like muscle basically.
That could be interesting for generating images of every state in the game. That could be, yeah,
Mhm.
okay. Like a prompt.
And there's a few different like the way that I'm like thinking about these like settings is like at the moment it's just in this, but like I'm imagining being able to emphasize a prompt out of this, but for now it's here.
Yep.
If you scroll down a bit more, give probably turn off auto summarize for now. That's like a rolling. It compresses the conversation as it goes, so it summarizes the past like 50% once it gets to a certain point, so you can keep
Okay.
that thread going pretty much.
Yep.
Um, but just to keep variables low for now. And that's 80%, so it summarizes at 80%. So
Okay.
give context. Let's turn that off, just so that you can see what it's like without it. Give context at the start of the conversation tells the agent its name, today's
Oh,
date,
okay.
and how many
Yep.
times you guys have talked.
Yep.
It's just like it's my way of being like, remember me, senpai.
Yeah.
And then model down here, let's leave it at 3.5 turbo, but you can change that to 4, and it'll use GPT-4.
We can make
Um,
that four. I think four would be useful for this. So
okay, sure. It
I've
does.
tried this with 3.5. Doesn't work very well. So
Yeah, yeah.
so I can just go
Let's
four.
let's leave it at 3.5 for now.
All right. Let's.
Because it's like while you're getting the workflows right,
Yep.
like it's you're not wasting credits. And the way I think about it
Ah,
when I'm
okay. Yep.
designing these system flows is it's like it needs to work on the iPhone 6, you know,
Yep.
like in the terms of like well, like like I can paper over bad system design with GPT-4.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
if I can get it working on GPT 3.5, then GPT-4 will fucking shred it, basically.
It'll kill it. Yeah. Okay.
And then agent name, you can call it, let's call it whatever you want, something,
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Game Master. Yeah,
Game
something
master.
cool.
Let's call
Yeah.
it game. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, cool. All right, so now let's go plus again, that little plus.
Yep.
Um, and then the far right, I'm hoping this will work. I might have to do a little fix in the background. So this is, I
Yep.
just added OpenAI function calls directly.
Okay.
It's about 5 times faster than how I was doing it before. So hit that. I'm hoping it's the right one. Scroll down. Okay.
Yep.
Yay. All right. Scroll down a bit more. Um, so this lets it write files, list files, open files, scroll down, read files, close files, query files,
Wow.
search web. Okay, yeah, the last two, it'll confuse it a bit, but I scroll down a bit more.
Super site tab
Oh, it's got generate
transcribe.
images. Yes. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no,
Well, that's
don't hit
really
that
good
button.
because,
Don't hit
well,
any
in a few
buttons.
months, it's going to have DALI 3
Yeah,
built
yeah, it's
into,
gonna be
yeah,
sick.
which is going to be
Do not
really
press
good.
any of the buttons on that cartridge. It'll fuck it
Right.
up. It's basically I kind of baked these ones because the way that it works in the normal one is that you can edit the descriptions and stuff like that, like so you can present the functions to the AI in a particular way.
Yep.
And which is what this will do too, but I haven't like ported the UI to it, so it's just like these are the ones that are baked in. Don't touch
Right.
it.
Okay.
All right. So scroll up and let's pin those two.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So
the system, yep,
system. Yep. So the pin. Yep.
yep,
Okay. And then
and then
top of that one, the
yeah,
pin.
and then
Yep.
unmute that one too, actually,
Can I
which
see
is
mute?
that one. Yeah, there we go. Yep.
Oh, it is muted. That's unmuted when it's got the
Yeah,
mute
yeah,
button.
and then
Yep.
that one's
Okay.
unmuted already. Actually, if you hit up the top left, there's that little carrot, like up above. Yeah,
That one.
that'll bring it out a bit. The column. There we go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can see a bit more.
So that's all good. I'm just trying to think if I've missed it. Okay, so one more thing. Where it says system, double click
Yep.
on that and just change it, like add a little tag at the end to say system dash game master.
Yep.
And then do the same for the functions, which is at the bottom. Yeah, so where it says go up, well, yeah, where it says OpenAI functions, just add dash game master. Oh, so go down. Sorry, it's like there we go.
There,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Just put it at the end then.
Yeah, because you can find these cartridges in another. So if you hit that little plus again down the bottom, and then if you hit the magnifying glass, it's slow and dumb. But if you type in the search down there, like Game Master, yeah, exactly, yeah, and so you can add that cartridge to other loadouts
Oh,
that
okay.
way.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's how you can have like one cartridge across multiple loadouts.
Yep.
So, okay,
All right.
let's go now on the left where there's the little drop down, okay, far top left corner, another tiny button. Yeah,
Is
those
that
little
one?
three. Yeah, hit that and then hit plus again. Yeah. And that'll create a new.
Oh,
Fuck. Okay, hit enter.
again.
I'm hoping that. What does that mean?
Did it work? It did something.
Because we're in the this is the home loadout. This is where it might get a bit wonky. Like, and we'll so hit that. Go over to the right again. So you're right now. You're in the home loadout.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
I'm with
yeah.
you.
So
Yeah,
go
so we have
back
to make
to
sure we
game
got this
system.
loadout
Yeah.
on.
Hopefully.
And then
Okay. So
that's not today. Okay, let's try again.
yeah. Oh, that's good. Hey, okay. Now
Okay,
just
maybe
say
we'll
like
say, okay,
now
yep,
just
with
say
this
like
loadout.
hello or something in the chat. Or whatever. I don't know.
Okay, Game Master's typing.
Okay,
All
so
right, so you say
yeah, so go down to the bottom right. There's a tiny patch of beige further to the right. Yeah, click
that
that.
bit there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Left click that, like the actual patch of beige.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
So this is showing it the instruction. So left click that whole area again to clear it. OpenAI. Actually, yeah, so that looks about right. So this is if you want to like debug, like, all right, what's it actually saying to it?
Oh, right. So you can see what it's part of the
Yeah.
what's going in. Okay.
Okay, so GPT 3.5, you little shit. Just be like, let's do a game or something, just to
Yeah. Let's
you know,
start. Let's start again. Okay.
You dumb fuck.
What the game?
We discussed.
Yeah. The game.
This is okay. So this is where actually I think maybe my prompting is like you are the game master. Your job is to do blah blah blah. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, it's got it now.
Yeah, yeah. But that like being like that in the prompts, I found that the syntax of you are this, you know,
Works
like,
better, okay.
yeah, whatever. Okay, let's just add the next few cartridges.
Okay.
Being like the next few chunks of the.
Oh, the next few chunks of stuff. So we got
Yeah. Yep.
character creation.
Yeah, I'd say yeah. Basically.
Grab that bit.
Yep. I think so.
All right, let's do that. Let's grab that. Where are you again? Over here.
Basically,
Okay,
what
so
I'm debating is whether to embed that as a rule set or not, instead of as a prompt.
whatever the
But let's
best-
put this one in as a prompt for now, because it's not using that much. Yeah, so add the cartridge,
Add cartridge. Yep.
and then the
Sorry,
little script is the
Prompt
prompt.
cartridge.
Yep. So the one next to it is the note, is like it's like a document. which it reads like it reads. It doesn't keep it in the prompt. It just has a pointer that lets it read it. Okay, so just like give it the title, character creation.
Character creation, yeah.
All right,
Get
so
in.
I'm gonna lose you in 1 minute. So I'll send you another link, and then we'll
That's
try
right,
and
yeah.
power through.
Power through for
Back.
like 5-10 minutes or so. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So
So what? So leave those 3 dots. Put that in.
yeah, and then
Go back. Get rid of the 3 dots.
and the character creation title as well.
Character creation. It's called that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Creation.
yeah. Cool. Oh, just like so it's because that'll be a duplicate, but it doesn't.
Get rid of that.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I'm just OCD.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
And maybe let's go up to the initial instructions one. Fold that out. Yeah. So. Okay. All right. Let's get him. Bye. Ba 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 ba.
Okay. Back again.
Oh, we're back. All right.
Um,
Can you send me that text doc? I might even like riff on it a bit while I'm uh talking to you.
the
Uh,
whole
yeah, just like as a link.
instruction set. Yeah. Wait a second. I'll make a new one. Give me 2 seconds.
Technically, you can share the like loadout profile with me, but it's just like some of this stuff because I've been working on basically. So this configuration, you can then share it as an API to like
Okay.
another interface is the
Yep.
idea. So I've been mostly working on like the other interface stuff at the moment.
How can I send this across to a?
Oh, you know what? Don't worry about that. Let's focus on yours, and then we can like later on. I can just sort of.
All right. Yeah. Cool.
Okay. If
Alright,
you
do you
want
want
to,
to share my screen again?
yeah, hang on. I might have to let you do it. Who can share?
Oh,
All
yeah,
participants. All right, go for it.
Okay. You can see that again.
Yeah. So what I would say is, let's go up to the top of the prompt. Actually, let's add another prompt.
Okay.
On the plus.
You've done that plus.
So
Yep.
we'll add a little
Okay.
bit of Sam magic. Yep.
Prompts. Yep.
And then it'll add it. There we
There
go.
it is. Yep.
Now where it says new prompt, let double click very delicately on the text. Yeah. Below the button, but or maybe make. Oh, there we go.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's,
Yep.
sorry, man. It's just like I just ignore it, like because it's.
That's
Say
all right.
you are the game master.
Let's call this one UR game.
Yeah.
In the title of it.
Yeah. And then for the prompt itself, something along the lines of you will be provided with rules, resources, and materials to create an engaging text-based game that will take the player on a adventure through a created world. Some shit. Sort of just like sets the tone a bit, like.
Yeah. Created world. Should we
Yeah.
say anything about being an RPG or a?
No. See, because then basically this stacks on top of the other one. So if you
Okay,
wanted
yeah,
to make a different one, you could like now go up to the top and delete those 3 dots because they drive
Yep.
me crazy.
Okay. Yep.
Now let's just pin that. Okay.
Okay,
And then let's add another one. That's actually, you know what? We could use a set system prompt. So go up to the system cartridge and go, yeah, drop it down with a little caret, and
Yep.
then where it says system starter, say, when a new player enters the game, begin the character creation. Welcome to the game. Welcome them to the game and begin the character creation. Welcome to the game and bring, whatever. So a feature that's upcoming is the ability to like
Okay.
turn prompts on and off based on the progression.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that
When
then
it's
you're
just
not
some sort of
you're not
text.
wasting characters on, because it does have to process all the text. So it would then turn on the character creation part and then turn that off when it's done. So it's not like
Yeah. Okay.
dealing with
Breaks that
that,
up a bit.
which might be kind of baked into, I think, OpenAI, ChatGPT. It's like the best engineers and designers in the world, all working on what I'm working on. So
Yeah,
like
that's right.
it
Yeah,
might just be
massive team on them. Yeah.
it might just be better, like, which is fine. Okay, now let's start a new conversation, and hopefully that this is kind of that process where I'll like so yeah, hit plus far top left,
Yeah.
um,
So I'll try a new one. Okay. Yep.
and then
That, that's it. Okay. Yep. That's worked.
and then just
Should I say
help.
start game or something? Or
Oh yeah, sure. Like yeah,
gotta go.
like I've written so much gibberish to these things to like kick things off. Um, okay, so now we've got the character creation.
Okay. Started it.
Okay, all right. Great. All right. Cool. That's a good start. So the so
Should
what
I
have
say
we?
create? It knows create character because I've put the rules in and basically what needs to be in there.
Yeah.
So I could
Okay.
say
So you are the game master. Oh, cool. Cool. We haven't added any more yet. Okay. Well, let's add another cartridge. That is the character creation cartridge. Like, I
yes.
think that's kind of where we're up to before, and then.
Yeah, I think so. That's right. Yeah.
But yeah. So basically, getting that you are the game master. Like, we'll drag that up to the top later. And then
Okay.
it's kind of like it'll put it in the sandwich of
Well,
that removed it. That's right. Just add a new one.
what- so new.
Yeah, yeah. I it's coming. It's just
Where
not.
did that go?
Oh, did it? Hang on. Give it another crack. Yeah. Just hit the prompt one again.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, and then hey,
There it
okay.
is. Okay. What if I
Yeah.
zoom out a little bit? Well, can it be a bit easier?
Oh, there we
Yeah.
go. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So you're gonna call this character creation?
yeah. Oh, hang on. We did this.
I thought I did it, but then I
Oh,
can't
okay.
see
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So it hasn't pinned. I'm guessing, or it fucked up. Either way, let's try it out. Let's go to hit the plus again, and then hit the
Oh,
search, and then search that way. Yeah, it
Yeah. Okay.
should work. Yep. Character creation. Okay. Oh, that's the one I think we just added.
Yeah, this is the one we did.
Yeah,
This is the
yeah.
one we did
So
right here.
left click on that, and it'll add that to the thing. There we go.
Okay.
Clear the
Then
other
kill
one,
this
which is that
one.
little down arrow for some reason.
Okay. So
Okay.
now I've got a proper one.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
and now just pin it as well.
Pin it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, hit plus again on the
Start a
far
new
left. Yeah,
one.
start a new combo. So there's some settings you can add as well, so that it automatically starts conversation. I've turned some of that off for the moment, but like,
Okay. So last time, start game. Think about it. That's got it thinking. All right. Yeah, it wants to do that. Okay. So this is basically what you get in ChatGPT 4, kind of different.
Yeah.
But then what I can say then is, please use this to create a random character, and it makes one for you.
yeah.
See if that works.
So, which I think is partially like, because what I kind of do, like, and this is more about the prompt engineering side, which is
Yeah.
I don't like that term. It's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, I did it.
Okay, so actually, let's just make a new prompt that's called to note. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the way that like there we go. The way that like the to note stuff is, it's sort of like, this is where I like add rules as I go of like how to do the stuff, which I think is probably
Yeah.
baked into so many different things. So let's go first one, and I do a bullet point. I don't know if this is, but like, please please generate character sheet automatically,
Oh yeah.
and write to note, and write to file.
Right to the file.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that way it kind of pulls it out of the chat and
Yep.
then preserves it. Yeah, and put a little bullet point, just like a little dash, like dash space.
Yep.
Like honestly, probably doesn't matter. It's just more like. And then the other one is okay. Yeah, let's see what happens. Okay, let's keep talking. Or what? So what do we want to do next? What's next on the sheet?
Okay. Next on the sheet is skill system. But it made skills anyway from what it did. But generally, you put this at the same time, it would pick from the skill list. That doesn't really matter.
No, let's get the skill list. So if you go to the skill list, which is that one there, and get the firstly go click share. Um, uh, because this is probably only like 500 words or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not much.
Yeah, go Control A. Just copy that, and
Just
then
copy it all. Yeah.
yeah, this is a good. So go to the there we go. And now let's add a note which is next to the prompt, and basically the notes get treated differently. They're like files
Oh, okay.
basically.
So add
And then
make
the
a note,
yeah,
which is
that's that one. Yeah, you can also directly connect to Google Doc, but it's a bit whatever.
Oh, okay. Right.
So we'll call this the skills list.
Skills list. Yep.
And when it can query these, and then it uses something called the llama index, which is this like fucking crazy like query.
Oops.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
So then just chuck it in there like that.
Yep.
Oh,
Now,
it doesn't need that.
or maybe put that in the title as well,
Yeah. Okay.
because that's what it'll get printed in its little like file.
Yeah. And then get rid of all that.
Yeah. Like it's
Okay.
pretty resilient, but I find that if you give it lots of weird typos and stuff, it like makes it stupid.
I'll throw it off. Yeah.
Because basically it's like shifting it into the probability territory of worse answers because they're more often connected with bad formatting, which looks like stupid. Okay, so as a next dot point, please generate. Also, pin this one as well.
Pin that. Yeah.
Yeah. So please generate character sheet automatically and write to file. Now,
I've got that instruction back here, which is
yeah, in the to note, just add like please query skills list for please query skills list for whatever that does. I actually don't.
That's the other instruction we have.
Yeah. So it's kind of like switching it around from like here is something to like it's a bit passive to like do this. You. Please script for 100 initial skills. Well, because we don't want it to actually pull the 100 skills in. We want it to use, basically what it does when it does a query is it makes a sub agent that then it goes and decides. So it needs to say, okay, what skills would a ranger have or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. So this is classless. So it's basically going to be random. What ChatGPT 4 was doing is going, well, I've made a reporter, so I'm going to pick 5 reporter style skills from it. It was that clever. It could just pull out, I've made an ex private investigator, so I'm going to pick out 5 skills which match that type of character.
Yeah, so what we want to do is say, please query the skills list that match the class, to find skills that match the class.
Yep.
And this is kind of more like about developing, like you said, encoding the prompts in a way that get replicable behaviors.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Backstory and so on. Yeah, okay, to the class. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I say where to pull them from that?
From the skills list. Yeah. Just like what? Yeah. From the title file. It's like whatever text is in that thing. Don't put the .txt unless it's in there, because then it'll try and find it.
There. Do I say note or just say like that?
No, just like that's good. All right, let's do.
What should I say from like that?
Yeah, no, that's fine. But yeah, like it's pretty good. It's just like minimizing
risk.
Let's
give it a go. Let's give it a shot.
Yeah, so
this is really, Sam, this is really good because this is set me up to how this works. I had intuition before. This is a little bit more specific. It's really good.
So pin this one as well.
So pin that.
The to note, or is it already pinned? No, okay, yeah. And then if you keep talking now, it should just.
It should just pick that up.
Yeah, I think so.
So please, generate more skills.
Yeah.
Just try that. I should pull only those available from the.
What I'm guessing is it's going to make them up instead of using query. Yeah, okay.
Oh, I just started again.
Okay, so let's start a new combo. And uh, like, you know what? Let's call yeah. Let's just try it because that's sometimes if you keep changing stuff too much. This is just my own experience. Like between sessions, you're not getting enough of a sense of like what's working, what's not working. So uh,
Like that. Let's do it all in one go.
yeah, yeah.
See what happens. Then I might have to go. I think I've got something else to do till 12 o'clock. But this has been really good. We should do this again at some stage.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll have a play with it for a few days, then maybe touch base again. Don't know if they're exact ones. Melee combat, range combat, maybe.
No, because it hasn't queried
Oh,
as
they
well.
are. It's just picked the first five. It hasn't done a random yet. Just picked the
Yeah.
first set.
Yeah. If you send me the basically what you want to do is be like make sure that you use query because query is a function on
Yep.
that. It's like being really explicit with like how to do it. And I tend to like this is just the approach that I just play. Can you do one more thing? I just want to see. It might be a hole in one. It might not. Okay.
Yep.
Can you generate character images for me?
Generate images for the character.
Yeah. Might work, might not. Like it's just like it's turned on there. I'm using something else at the moment.
Or should you say images? Yeah, or images because it's got DALL-E linked in.
Yeah, like DALL-E's pretty shit, but like
Yeah,
yeah,
it might do something though. Let's have a look.
and then basically like if you imagine like a way you can prototype things at the moment. Oh, come on, baby. All right.
Should I say no?
No, that's fine. Well, we'll see. Like it's pretty like this is GPT 3.5, but if you imagine like
Yeah.
there we go. So if you scroll over on the right
Oh.
and fold that down, hit the carrot. There's a little carrot there. Sorry, it's a little line when it's flat.
The line?
Yeah. Oh, okay, it's not actually showing the image. That's right. That's all right. It did it. I can find it for you. I'll get
It
it.
made something. Yeah, let's have.
Yeah. But it's like, I think maybe if you go back to the convo, it might show. Hit refresh.
Hit refresh. What?
Like just
Reload
the
the whole
page.
thing?
Yeah. So and then all those conversations will persist along there. But yeah. So if you imagine like and then then you've got to go past. Yeah.
Okay, this is cool.
It's pretty much just me using it most of the time, so I'm like, I just ignore
That's right. Yeah,
the
you know
bugs.
it all-
Hey, there he is.
It's made someone.
So yeah,
See,
if you
the
want to
one we
make
did
the
it, it was pretty blank when we actually asked it to do it. It had lost a lot of what it had. If you said randomly fill it in, then create an image, it might actually.
yeah,
There you go. That's proof that it does link in. So it's
yeah,
giving me something to go and play with though. This is good. I'm gonna in parallel as I'm working with the GPT-4 one, I'll come and keep working on this too and see if I can get it to sort of function match and then.
and you can switch it to GPT-4 there as well. It's just like I use the 3.5 to like bake in the workflows, if you know what I mean, so that I'm not wasting money basically. But
yeah.
like,
So what would be what's the cost of token cost on it?
it feels like it's cost me more as the API using. It's a lot lower than it used to be because of the new function. I'm using their function calls because basically I was spending a lot of tokens enforcing a pattern to do the function calls. But just try it out. That's like $5-10 worth of credit or whatever. I can't remember.
The 100 is like $5-10 worth.
Pretty much, yeah. And then
Okay.
if you you're better off using it and what liking the result. Well, tell me I use GPT-4 when I'm using it, but I use 3.5 when I'm developing the workflows.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll try a bit of both. That cost isn't really prohibitive for me to have a bit of a play around with. So
yeah, and it's like that's like your starter credit, so it's just like just riff out on it, and then ideally it would be like, oh, this is so good that it'd be a no-brainer to pay for it.
I can definitely see potential for this being something. If we can get it to work that I'd pay for and use because fantastic. All right, well, I've got to run now, but that's been really awesome, Sam, and I will keep playing around with this. And,
thanks, man. No, you made my day. This is great. It's
that's
like,
all right. No, I
love.
want to do this again in a week or two. It sounds fantastic.
Yeah,
I'll show you
sure.
what I'm up to.
See you later.
Wait, all right. No worries. Thanks, mate. See ya.
Oh, hang on. I've hit the wrong button. Oh, one thing is when you'll be able to share the link. If you right click on the link on the top, first icon is a little like share, and then you left click on that. So then if you've got a configuration you like, you can share it to me and I can try it out.
Okay, where am I doing that to?
So if you click the like if you look on my screen here,
You always say comment to your screen, yeah.
yeah. So if you click on any of the
Oh,
loadouts,
okay, yep.
this little icon there, that gives you the shareable
Sorry.
link.
Oh, from why I can't see it because it's
Hang on.
zoom out in a second.
There, look, there we go. So
Let me see your screen. Which one is it?
It's the so when you click on the tab, it brings up
Yep.
those little icons.
Yep.
The first icon on the left.
Oh, first on left.
Yeah, so
Share
it's
link copied.
yeah,
Okay.
and then you paste that in, and then that might be a bit wobbly, but like you can share that link
I'll
to
do
the
that.
loadout, and then
Yep.
like I can try it out at least.
Excellent. Oh, I'll do that. Next couple of days.
Cool.
I'll shoot across. I'll try to add the rest of the stuff I've got. Try to run that. See if I create a character and run a couple of encounters, and then I'll share it across to you. See how we go.
Yeah, and if you're kind of stuck on it, like I will be able to. I'm pretty sure get in and chop it up a bit.
Yeah, awesome.
Because I know how like it's designed to a particular pattern.
Fantastic.
Cool, man. Good to see you.
This is awesome. Yeah, good to see you too. Good to connect up. And yeah, this system has huge potential. It really does. It's
I think so. When you start doing a couple of different configurations, and you're like, oh, this is fucking great. Like because you can bring the cartridges over, and you're like, okay, I'll try that one, but not that one, whatever. So
yeah, you can start mixing and matching and stuff. That's awesome.
Cool.
All right, no worries, Sam. See you, mate.
See ya. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
All right, that was nice. Little fun little have a little buddy. I might park that and then just make that the stream, I guess. I'm fucking rooted.